I don't think Harry's ready.
No, I'm definitely not.
No, are you ready, Ethan?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, it's good then, isn't it?
At least I'm ready for this one.
Are you ready, Harry?
No, not really.
Right, okay. We need to wait for Harry.
Okay, I'll pause the recording.
No, I was joking.
Okay, I won't pause the recording then. Harry,
Are you ready, you dumbass?
Give me a minute. Okay,
Don't
I'm
need to
ready.
give you a minute. Right, oh, you're funny, aren't you? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we all said hello. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's good. See, I told you we could keep it short.
Short and
Oh,
sweet.
I'm on the wrong file here. What are we talking about today, Ethan? It's episode 7 of Not on the Big Screen. Where are we going to put the intro, Harry?
Not now. In about
Okay.
10 seconds.
Alright.
Sorry.
So you could just cut us off. We don't have to stop. Just cut us off in 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. It's like as soon as it reaches the 10 seconds, the intro starts. No,
Yeah.
if I'm speaking over it.
Just
put
cut
it
us
there.
off.
That's fine, I can do that.
You
I'm
can do it
more than
now,
happy
yeah?
to do that. That'd
Yeah.
be quite amusing.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that.
So today we're going to be talking about Star Wars. 1 to 3, maybe. Maybe 1 to 9.
Depends.
We don't know yet. Depending
Yeah,
on how long we
depends how
chat for.
Fucking hell.
Can you
It
not die,
depends
please?
how much we talk for. Now, Harry and Ethan know a lot more about Star Wars than I do. So I'm gonna try and leave the floor to them. We'll see how well that goes.
We are all sat on the floor tomorrow, so.
I've got a bunch of questions. We're gonna start from episode 1, which might be a little controversial, not starting from episode 4, but I thought
No, we'll do 1
better
to
to start in chronological order. You actually going to start opening that?
No, it's just crazy. I was just
Oh.
curious, but it's all fun.
You alright?
Yeah, I can live with it.
Yeah, great. That's what I like to hear. So, Star Wars Episode 1,
The Phantom
The
Menace.
Phantom Menace. It was released in 1999,
Yeah.
as you probably do. I only say that because my first question is, do you think making prequels 16 years after Return of the Jedi was a good idea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next
Now,
question.
yeah.
Yeah?
It's nice to know what happened before, isn't it? So
And if it didn't happen, we wouldn't
Didn't
get
start
Clone
anymore as well.
Wars,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't get.
we wouldn't get the stuff, the
Yeah.
spin-off stuff that come from it. So
And that's some of the best Star Wars.
yeah, basically we would miss all of the spin-off shows that
Yeah.
we'll get now, like all the Clone Wars spin-off shows.
And the prequel period's got some of the rich Star Wars stuff. It's like got some really interesting stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which we wouldn't get if they didn't do it.
Okay. Alright, that was easy. So what do you guys think to Jake Lloyd taking on the role of Anakin in episode 1? And more importantly, Ewan McGregor playing Obi-Wan.
Ewan McGregor's like.
Probably one of the most
Yeah.
perfect casting ever.
I was all happy. Yeah, I
wasn't really fussed about Jake Lloyd, but
he's a child actor. He can do what he is, ain't it? He's
Not really seen him in anything since.
well, he got bullied for doing Star Wars, so he sort of stopped acting.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he got arrested as well.
Poor
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but they all get arrested at that age.
No, not
don't
poor
they?
thing, Star Wars.
No, the poor thing was a few years later.
Oh, right, sorry. Did you have more to say about Ewan McGregor or Jake Lloyd?
I'm not going to take the Lloyd.
I didn't want to... If you wanted to keep going...
He's only in
keep
one
going.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Ewan McGregor's probably one of my favourite. He's made my love for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So I loved Obi-Wan from the original films, but Ewan McGregor sort of upped it a lot.
I remember seeing episode 1 with my dad, and he said that Ewan McGregor gave a really good sounding voice for a young Alec Guinness.
I remember in interviews, he's always concerned he wanted to sort of make it seem like he could be Alec Guinness when he grows up.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Ewan McGregor's uncle was it New Hope?
He was in one of them. I think he was one of the TIE fighter pilots.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was Wedge.
Yes.
Wedge, that was it. That was what he was. Which I thought was cool.
It's
I
very
thought
cool.
that was really cool when I found that out.
Okay, so we've got a couple of characters here for you to discuss. Darth Maul.
Oh, yeah.
Why get someone else to do his voice but not play the part of Darth Maul? Because he's voiced by...
Star Wars are very guilty of that. They're like, look at Darth Vader.
Yeah.
They're
It's like literally.
He's voiced by Peter Serafinowicz, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a super southern
Did you
guy.
know that?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. You don't know who Peter Serafinowicz is, do you?
yeah.
does that mean you don't?
No, I know. I know. I saw him. He was in Shaun of the Dead, wasn't he? I'm good at this, aren't I? And
He wasn't in Shaun of the Dead.
Andy was on 8 out of 10 Cats' countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I know
He's
a
in
bit.
Spaced as well, briefly.
Yeah, no, I know.
He's also in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The first one.
I know
Yeah.
who Peter Seraphine.
He's not anymore. He gets a super heroic moment in Guardians.
He's in one of the John Wicks as well.
Yes, he's in
Pretty sure
two.
it's the second one.
Isn't he
second
the
one.
guy that gives him the guns, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm fucking,
Yeah.
See, I fucking know this stuff.
People
I'm
know
kind of good at this, isn't
I'm surprised you know who Peter Serafinowicz is.
It's a funny
But
job.
no, hats off to you. I'll take my hat off.
it? Yeah.
And but why do you think he wasn't cast to play him? That says Dartmoor as well. So that's
Easily the physicality. They obviously wanted someone to do the stuff that Ray Park did. And I really doubt that Peter Serafinowicz could do that.
why not?
Because Darth Maul does a lot of flips.
He does.
Yeah, but you know,
And he's a trained professional.
Alright.
But are you picturing Peter Serafinowicz today? Or, like, could you picture him
No,
around
no.
the time? Do you reckon he was any fitter back then?
No,
To the
because
point
it
where he
wasn't
may have
that,
been able
because
to do
Shaun of the Dead weren't that much
it?
longer.
Respectfully, like, he's a pretty handsome looking guy,
Yeah.
but like...
No, he could do the look, but I'm thinking more of the physicality.
Yeah.
Look at Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt went from being a large loaf to being a fit, hunky man for the first Guardians.
Yeah,
If you
but-
see him in the first couple of seasons of Parks,
I know. Trust me, I'm aware.
I mean, I'm not saying Peter Serafinowicz has ever been fat.
No, I'm not saying by physicality. I'm not talking about body weight. I'm talking
No.
about like the stunts and like the movement
Yeah.
and the
I just
precision.
would have thought that was all CGI, to be fair.
No, that's Ray Park. It's like it's a
Ray
train.
Park does do a good job.
It's a reason why that fight's so legendary. It's just like everything's
It's not
like
just
real.
the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, as much as how much CG's used, the lightsaber fights are like the one thing that are practical. Apart from the Yoda fight in the second film, but you know,
Yeah.
it's like the
I missed that. We'll concentrate on the second one. So, speaking of CGI, all I've got written here is Jar Jar Binks.
See, I told you. Yeah, he's a thing.
Do you think he was a mistake?
I
I mean,
don't
not a mistake as in they
Didn't
did
the
it by
actor
accident.
get death
but-
threats after he played Jar Jar?
It was
Binks?
clearly there to be comic relief for little kids watching the film, and I think he plays that
Yeah.
part very well.
And
Yeah.
Now we got all these conspiracy theories.
I get
today.
why like people who grew up with the original Star Wars don't like him,
Yeah.
but then again, in Return of the Jedi, there's Ewoks.
Because he's a very like slapstick kind of
Yeah,
character.
is
This Jar
yeah.
Jar Binks.
And you could tell that they didn't want him back because like he gets non-speaking roles in 2 and 3,
Yeah, he only says like a couple of lines in the second one.
and he
doesn't
says nothing in the third film.
Is he even in the third film?
You see him, he doesn't say anything.
No.
I
He's
swear
that.
he says something.
I'm not. I can't remember. He might. He
When-
might say like
I swear he says something in the third film.
it's not a convo. It's probably just saying something and then the end of the same.
Yeah, because in the second one, he's at the lift with
Yes.
he greets Anakin and Obi-Wan when they get out of the lift.
Yeah, he does.
He's
Yeah,
also in the council, isn't he, in the second one?
yeah, because he
Yeah.
gives powers
It's not
to.
really
Is that in the
Yeah.
third one or is that in the second one?
Maybe that's the third one.
I don't know.
When
the
does
third
he?
one.
Oh no, that wait.
God,
Third
I
one's
was
very
playing this
political.
well.
Also, I don't know if don't know every single line. It's been a while.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
I mean, the third film is very political, but I don't remember. He's there for the Gongans, ain't he? So
Yeah,
I can't remember.
maybe.
He might have said it in.
He might have said a couple of things, but
Yeah, I mean, in the third, he might have said a line or two, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing memorable.
clearly.
Nothing quite compared to Phantom Menace.
Last point to do with characters, especially with episode 1. Do you think it was a little stupid trying to set it up that Palpatine was the bad guy as a twist, when the audience already knew that Palpatine was a bad guy? If that makes sense.
Yes, and
Because I
sort
mean,
of.
if you'd seen the originals, you'd know that already.
Yes and no. I think they treated it like you hadn't seen the originals. It's just a story carrying on.
Right. Okay.
So if someone starts with episode 1, that might be a plot twist. But if you start
Yeah.
from episode 4, well, where you
Yeah.
should,
That's
yeah,
fair.
it's nothing. So I get why they've done it. Because if someone watches it from one,
it makes sense to, yeah, because
Yeah.
well, yeah, as you say, like you don't want to go like if someone's never seen Star Wars
Yes.
before. Obviously, you get those people which you get when they go down. You need to start from episode 4 and then go from there.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, but
In-
then
I mean, there are references to originals in the new ones, or obviously I have to. I mean, like following Mick Chewie, it's like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
nice little surprise. Nothing like major, but he's there.
yeah,
And obviously, like the R2D2 those references, but none of the events have happened, so you can't really like treat it like they've happened.
yeah.
Yeah, isn't there a moment in one of the first episodes, either 1, 2, or 3, where C-3PO says that he's never going to get on a spaceship or something like that?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you'll never get me on one of them. I feel like that was like a little joke that's pointing towards
Yeah, there's a lot of little jokes.
what happens, sort of thing. Right, okay, so this is basically a 2-part question, but this will get asked for every single film, so look forward to that. What is your favourite part of the film, and is there anything you think they could have done without?
Shoulder faces for favourite part. For Phantom Menace. It's just like, it's such an iconic fight.
The pod race as well was quite
Pod
cool.
race is pretty quality.
But,
I think those are the two standouts of that film.
yeah.
It's like it's on the worst pitch, shoulder face or pod racing.
I think the thing with the pod race, you could tell that Anakin was going to win.
Yes, but it is.
Because it'd be like...
But it's filmed in such a way and how deadly it is. It's like quite
Yeah.
exciting to watch. Like every time I watch Power, I always get a bit like excited.
Just like, oh, is he going to lose this time?
No, yeah, it's like you know, it's very weird, but it's like treated so brutally, and like there's always little curveballs and everything. Like,
I actually like the start of the Phantom Menace when they land on that ship and they go to that little room and get gassed.
oh yeah.
I actually quite like that one. I like that bit of the film.
I think the Phantom Menace gets claimed a lot, but
there are actually
there
some
are
decent.
No, Phantom
there
Menace
are good parts
is
to it
not as
well.
bad as the film as people make out.
I'm with the group of people that think Phantom Menace was okay. It's not awful.
No,
it's okay.
I've never thought Phantom Menace was awful.
No.
There are problems with it.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
But I don't think the film's terrible.
No.
I can happily watch Phantom Menace and not be disappointed.
Yeah.
There's issues, is like, yes, but it's not horrible.
No.
Things they could have done without, probably Jar Jar. But
I think the film could have relied on this CJ, considering the first 3 films done that very well.
because they remastered it in when did they? It was like 2000. Was it 2 or 3? Because they changed Yoda's appearance
Yes,
from the really puppety looking.
And the theatrical original, he was puppet, and then they changed to make it because he done CGI in the second film because obviously he had the fight.
Yeah.
You couldn't really do it on a puppet, and still.
Imagine him doing that foots of the puppet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You take this string, I'll take this string.
So I get why they've done that. So it makes it more
Yeah.
continuity-wise, because it'd be 1 puppet and 2 CGIs.
But I also feel like you couldn't go without Jar Jar. Because I feel like he's such a, he's just a character that's there. And he kind of makes sense,
You need him for parts.
Because without Jar Jar, Palpatine wouldn't have gotten the power.
And
Because
also,
Jar Jar was the one that said he votes for Palpatine.
and the Gongons won't get involved in the Battle of Naboo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was because of Jar Jar.
Because he
So
helped.
he has a purpose.
He helped with Padme's negotiations.
Yeah, so he has a purpose.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He's not just.
He's not completely useless.
Yeah, he's not just there for being in there. He's like he's in the story. He's there. It's just like
They could have just reduced him being a bit of a dumbass.
yeah.
I don't know what else they could have done with that though.
The CJ. The film relies on it way too much.
Yeah.
It's so much CJ.
Yeah, and the transfers between the 4K disc and the 4K on Disney Plus, the disc actually looks better.
Yeah.
Even though the 4K on Disney Plus comes with Dolby Vision, it's just got like what I like to call the Batman Begins look to it.
You said it looked really dark.
Where like everyone looks like they've got a torch in their face, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because when we were watching them this year, me and my friend were just like, this just generally looks really bad, and it got to the point where we were like, shall we put the disc in to see if it looks any better? And straight away we were both laughing because of how much better the disc actually looked. So we just watched the rest of them on disc. But yeah, it's a bit of interesting information for you there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Phantom Menace also has a great line, which was "There's always a bigger fish." By Qui-Gon Jinn. One of the best lines in Star Wars, in my opinion. It's just so funny and it worked.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think when Qui-Gon says that just before he dies.
He's a very very humble guy. It's
There's
quite,
always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Right. So when it comes to episode 2, do you think exploring the story of Anakin slowly turning to the dark side was a good idea?
Yes.
Even though we already
He
knew
needs
that
to
was going to
become-
happen.
He needs to become Darth Vader somehow.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, that question's kind of voided out from.
And I
First
quite like Attack of the Clones, and I know people hate it. Some people hate it. It's like Marmite. Some people hate it. Some people love it. But I love Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
You get introduced to the clone troopers,
There was
which
stuff,
is sick.
Yeah, there's stuff I really
Love
like,
it.
and there's stuff I don't. I think
The
We'll
stadium
get to that.
fight, the stadium fight was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, the final half an hour to 45 minutes is really good.
Yeah.
It's really like the stadium fights quality and the Dooku stuff.
Oh, dude.
I think getting Christopher Lee to. Although he sold the fighting pretty well.
Mate, Christopher Lee's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
a shame, what a guy. Love Christopher Lee.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
Yeah, I'm glad he sold Dooku extremely well.
He made Dooku really menacing as well. Like just his voice,
Yeah.
and, his stance.
And some of the stuff he says it in a way is like he's not completely bad, but he's doing bad stuff. Like the Qui-Gon Jinn stuff, which you wouldn't know until Tales of the Jedi. But it's like, puts like sort of context in some of his lines.
Because Qui-Gon was Dooku's Padawan, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So like.
So like him saying like his presence is missed, like I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, gotta love Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Do you think episode 2 was better than episode 1?
Yes.
No.
I do, personally.
You prefer the Phantom Menace to Attack of the Clones?
But yeah, I think it's less cringy. The love story's really cringy.
So
I think Attack of the Clones has got some of the worst direction.
The thing with Attack of the Clones that is like they did do the Anakin and Padme thing a little too much.
I think
they focused on that way too much during the film.
I genuinely think like it's a mixed bag when it comes to George Lucas's direction. I think his direction in Phantom Menace is a lot better, and because like the Padme and Anakin stuff is so cringy. But when he gets to the dark side of stuff, like when he kills the what are they called again? Sand people.
Why did I say Tusken Raiders? Is it Tusken Raiders?
It's Tusken Raiders.
Fucking hell. Maybe
But when he killed them, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's doing really good there. It's like really good acting. It's good direction. But it's when he gets back to Padme, it's this cringing.
Yeah.
And he got the sand line.
Oh.
I hate sand. It's rough and cool to get. That's
so if we were to be asked the question, what could it do without?
Yeah.
Maybe, don't get me wrong, Anakin and Padme, you need that
Yeah, you need to
storyline.
do
You
that.
need it, but just cut it down a bit.
I just feel like it's not his. It's his worst direction when it comes to directing actors.
Yeah.
So there's one thing that we disagree on is that I prefer Attack of the Clones to Phantom Menace, and you prefer Phantom Menace.
It's only because I find Phantom Menace just cringy.
Yeah.
I can watch that without cringing.
Yeah.
There's a lot less
Yeah.
cheesy love story in the film.
Yeah, exactly. It's just less cringe. That's literally it. It's
But
not.
if Attack of the Clones focused more on the starting of the Clone Wars than it did, and it obviously because as I say, my favourite era of Star Wars is the Clone Wars, and I love the Clone Troopers. I just like their outfits and stuff. But if it focused more on that than it did with Anakin and Padme, being so cheesy and cringy, then I think it'd go higher on people's lists of favourite Star Wars.
And also, the Camino stuff I love. Tamara Morrison getting introduced to Star Wars is probably one of the best decisions ever made.
Yeah, Tamara Morrison was sick.
But it's just it's Phantom Menace is more watchable because of the cringe. It's like I can just watch it and not think oh my god, here we are. I can deal with Jar Jar. I can deal with Jar Jar being annoying. I can't deal with
they can
sound.
have
It's
it
of course and gets everywhere. Every time I hear that, part of me dies.
It's everywhere.
I felt like you could tell that even Hayden Christensen was like, "Are you sure you want to
Yeah,
say this?"
I don't think it's. I think it's got some of George Lucas's worst direction when it comes to acting. Attack of the Clones. When it comes to the love story stuff, but everything else is really good. It's just the love story stuff. It could have done better.
Numb it down. Don't get rid of it completely because we need to know it.
So in episode 3, it's really good. I genuinely care for him.
Yeah. Go on, next question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy to. I'm trying to sit here as quietly as I can. Do you think having less Jar Jar Binks was a good idea after beefing up his character so much in the first one?
In fairness, he wasn't needed for the story. I was very thought about it. It could not place Jar Jar anywhere.
Yeah, but you think he only wasn't needed for the story because he wasn't written into the story?
Yeah, possibly, but I don't really care.
Oh.
It's yes, Jar Jar, what a surprise, but but the story works without him. So, but the story didn't work without Jar Jar and Phantom Menace. That's the thing. He's written into the story, hence why you can't really get rid of him.
No,
but
it makes sense.
Key moments.
And even if I were to try and write Jar Jar in there, I really couldn't think of anywhere to put him.
No,
it would literally be how is he still alive? It's literally how. If he's in that stadium.
But I could see them.
Free.
I could have seen them writing Jar Jar going to Naboo with Padme and Anakin. I could see them trying to do that, but it wouldn't make any sense.
Yes, the only place.
Three-way.
That's the only place they could put him. And also, if they did, they would literally just him trying to cock block Anakin. That's literally what he always do.
Well, he wouldn't be trying to, he'd be doing it by accident.
Exactly.
But it still wouldn't make any sense though.
No, it'll hurt the flow.
What do you guys make of the cast of the second film?
Really good.
Yeah.
You like the idea of Hayden Christensen playing?
Yes.
Anakin?
Yeah, it's literally,
I
honestly, it's literally just George Lucas's director.
Hayden Christensen's like casting, I feel, has gotten better with time. Because where he obviously his last Star Wars thing was Revenge of the Sith, and then them bringing him back for Ahsoka. Oh no, Obi-Wan first.
Obi-Wan and Ahsoka.
People got really excited and really wanted him back, but at the time of Attack of the Clones, people hated him. People were like, what is this like?
And
really
I don't
weird
think
guy?
it's his fault whatsoever.
No, it's not his fault because
It's
he
his-
People like that though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like when
It
certain...
is generally.
It's like whenever they
Lucas's
change Batman, everyone's like, oh, why didn't that person play Batman?
Yeah, but I
And
love.
then they watch it and they're like, oh, he's actually alright.
Yeah, I like how it's like it's good casting. It's just he just had terrible direction.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen
He's
to me
done
was
so
probably
much.
like
I
the
really
really
don't like the
perfect
direction of the second film.
No, I don't. It's really good. I don't.
cast. Made that very clear.
Yeah, it's just I don't like you direction, and acting, not story wise. It's the acting with certain people.
Certain people with certain couples in the film.
Oh, it's just like it's so cringe.
Conan, what's your favourite part of the film and do you think there's anything they could have done without? I think we know what Harry's going to say for that.
Oh, mine's the stadium. My favourite part of the film is the stadium fight.
Yeah,
That's-
for me, it's either.
Oh no, actually, sorry. Mine will probably be Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Dooku. That's it. To
Or
me,
Yoda fighting.
yeah.
I mean,
well, I
Yoda
know they
gets-
get battered by Dooku, and then Yoda comes in, but
I know,
it's
but-
it's just a cool part of the film, isn't it?
Seeing Yoda with a lightsaber was pretty satisfying to
Yeah.
watch.
To be fair, I've got to admit, I think Episode 2 may be my favourite version of Obi-Wan. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I just think he looks kind of cool.
The mullet works.
Huh? Yeah, the mullet works, it's great, but I think I really like... Obviously, you can't beat Episode 3 Obi-Wan. That's like prime Obi-Wan.
No,
but
that's the good shit.
yeah, that's when he would, like, sexy man right there.
Yeah.
But, like, no, I quite like Episode 2 Obi-Wan.
Yeah, there's a few segments in Attack I really like. I mean, the chase in the beginning was pretty exciting. You got the Camino
Yeah,
stuff.
the space chase between Obi-Wan and
Yeah.
Django.
Yeah, you
Mate,
got
that was-
that, and obviously the stadium stuff.
Yeah. So there are parts of the film where you're
Yeah.
like, that's quality stuff, but
You know, I'll probably say the Camino stuff. I really like learning all about that, and just like the fight in the rain with Django and Obi-Wan's pretty cool.
not Anakin riding that massive like horse thing, elephant thing, whatever that wasn't, and falling off it. I don't know
I've got no.
what
fucking-
was that?
Got no fucking idea.
Call it Jeff.
Yeah, great. Yeah, but the Camino, especially the
Yeah.
fight Obi-Wan, if it's like a really cool setting, it's like it's two like very trained people fighting against each other and like one upping each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't like the way Django died though. It just seemed. a bit
No,
stupid.
but you need to get Boba Fett somehow, didn't you?
Yeah, he just like stood there shooting at Mace Windu, and Mace Windu's charging at him with a lightsaber.
considering
He's like, of course you're gonna
all the
die.
stuff he does in that film, and then this just stands there and Mace Windu's coming up to him.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay.
Like I know his jetpack was
I
gone.
mean,
but,
I get
like,
you wanting to kill him off, but like, at least do it in a better way.
What guy's charging at you with like a massive purple lightsaber, and you're just gonna stand there shooting at him?
He's deflecting every shot. He's like, just carry on.
Yeah.
It's worse than Boba Fett getting hit in the back of a jetpack and falling into the Snorlax. It's actually worse
Yeah.
than that. At least like,
Han Solo was like, where is he?
They used to always make me laugh when I was a kid when you did that.
yeah.
Oh, I was going to mention something. I was going to mention something, but we'll get to episode 6 soon, so I'm not going
Hopefully,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention it. Yeah.
That's alright. So episode 3 then.
The best one of all, in my opinion.
Episode 3.
My
It's
my
definitely-
personal favourite.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites out of
Yeah.
all 9 of them.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
Honestly,
up there.
it can't beat it. But yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
Why is that?
What can I say? One of the best
Well,
sword
tell us
fights.
everything.
One of the best sword fights in history. The best opening scenes as well. Best opening sequence. It just hit like you feel honestly bad for Anakin. You understand why he's turned as well, being manipulated like that by.
Yeah.
You see the conclusion of the Clone Wars and it's just perfect. It's so good, mate. I can't get over it. So cool. But you watch it over 1,000 times hoping that Anakin won't turn, but he does. So
No.
Yeah.
Always has the same outcome.
yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? It's as if that's how movies work.
Yeah.
Sad times, but no.
That's sad. That's what you think sometimes. Just like you're always going to make that wrong decision, aren't you?
No.
Like every time you watch a horror film and the girl runs up the stairs and you're like, you could have just gone out the door and you'd have been absolutely fine.
And they always open that door that says "Don't open."
Yeah.
What do you reckon is going to happen if it says "Don't open"?
Don't go down the road on the right. So that's the first thing they do, and you're just like, come on, guys. Although I think sometimes you need characters to make the wrong decision, otherwise you get. That'll be it. They take the road on the left, and then the film will be over. Right, so I've not really written anything for episode 3, so I was kind of hoping that you would fill this gap a little bit, Ethan.
Me?
Because I know it's your number 1. But I was thinking earlier, I did have a question for you guys, because you guys were talking about Dooku. Dooku, Christopher Lee. Do you think it was a good idea killing him off within like the first 5 minutes of that film?
So
after building him up so much in the second one?
See, where else, like, if he would have got, like, if they wouldn't have killed him off at that scene, where else in the film would he
The thing
fit?
is, he couldn't, because that kick-started the Darth Vader stuff.
Exactly.
He needed to die there. As much as I want Christopher Lee in that film more, for story's sake, he did need to die there.
And it also looked like Count Dooku was about to tell Anakin that Palpatine was the person who's been orchestrating the war. But he killed him just before he could say anything, so... Well,
yeah, because he finds out later, doesn't he?
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I should take you in, and he's like, no, you should join me. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite like that, but...
It doesn't go exactly like that, but it's a good... sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect. But then, like, also you got to see, like, Palpatine as well at the end. You got to see him change.
It's nice seeing him be more the puppet master than he is.
Yeah.
There's a hint of it in the second film. He's revealed at the end of the first one, so it's nice seeing him, like, for like the entire film working his little, putting his fingers in, like the whole opera scene. It's literally just his entire backstory, about 10 years backstory. Like he says it in such a way that you think there's such a far away story, but in the actual it's just him. Which is just a really fascinating scene.
And again, you can't. That version of Anakin's like you can't beat it.
No,
It's the best. Like
it's definitely. I think it's probably.
I think Revenge of the Sith still has the longest sword fight scene in movie history, I'm pretty sure. I don't know whether that's true still, but I think it was still the longest one.
Yeah, I've heard rumours that it's...
I don't know whether it's still the longest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's still the longest, but it's certainly...
I want to say it's something like being it, but I'm actually not 100%.
Yeah, I heard from someone that it was the longest like sword fight scene. So.
It might
Well, they swords.
That's a sword fight.
Yeah, but... no, mate, Mustafa was like...
The CGI is much better in that film. It's like literally hit the nail on the head. Like that first opening sequence, he looks so real. It looks so good, that first opening sequence.
General Grievous as well was in episode 3, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure I buggered up on my YouTube channel because I got him confused with Mace Windu.
How the fuck did you manage that?
I don't know. I did a video.
One's a robot, one's Samuel Jackson.
I did a video talking about episode 2. Started talking about Mace Windu with his 4 arms and his 4 lightsabers.
I like General Grievous. I think it's cool. Apparently, the coughing was actually George Lucas. He actually did the cough sound effects for General Grievous. But no, I like Grievous. Yeah, I like Grievous. I think he's cool. But
yeah, it depends. Like if you want a specific sound, you know you can do it yourself. Just do it yourself, ain't it?
Well, Christopher Nolan does that in Tenet.
Yeah.
There's a part of the Tenet soundtrack where it's just Christopher Nolan breathing. It's really strange. So come on then, what's your favourite part? What's your favourite part of episode 3?
There's just so many moments.
Is there anything you think they could have done?
Can I say my favourite part was the first sort of 2 hours. It's probably my favourite part.
The first 2 hours.
The first 2.5 hours.
You like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, the first 2.5 hours, I think.
For me, it's Order 66. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's like, you like seeing children being killed.
No, but it's like they don't shy away from the gravity of the situation.
Yeah,
no, but I feel like they needed to add more scenes. They needed to add more scenes.
The first one that was PG-13 rated.
Yeah.
It's the first one that's 12.
Yeah.
They definitely needed to add more scenes in the temple during Order 66, but
yeah,
there's only so much you can put in
for what's actually happening. There is literally so much you can do.
Yeah, but especially, they have loads of deleted scenes.
Especially back in 2005.
Yeah.
Oh God, do you know when these films were released?
Yeah.
Well, the
Oh,
game
yeah,
the
for
game
sure.
was released 2 months before the film,
Yeah. And literally had everything.
and that's the only reason why the game has 2 different endings.
Yeah.
One where Anakin dies, and the one where Obi-Wan dies. So you never know which one's going to happen.
But then again, it was pretty self-explanatory because Obi-Wan's in episode 4 being that.
Yeah.
So is Anakin technically.
Yeah, but like Anakin literally killed Obi-Wan. Like he's dead. No, she gets stabbed right.
No, that's not. See,
But I
one
think
of my-
the Revenge of the Sith game is one of the best film games
Yeah.
to this day.
It's a really fun game.
And if they don't remaster it in my lifetime, I'm rioting.
I really don't know.
I will riot.
They won't.
Mate, you
Riot
can
by yourself.
you can remaster Battlefront poorly. Like the 2005 or so Battlefront got remastered, as you know, like, and it was shit.
That's like I didn't buy that.
It was so bad. Like the online sucked. But with the it's a single player game technically, or a split screen with someone else. But they need to do it.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I hate to say they won't, but they won't.
Harry, don't make me.
I'm just being
real.
knowing how game stuff works. I really doubt they're going to remaster the game from a movie from 2005.
Well, it will. I guarantee you, if they do, it will then be one of the best-selling games known to man. If you see this game on PS5 graphics, you will cream your little pants, mate.
Bro, you still got GTA 6 coming out.
That's gonna flop like a sack of shit. No one cares about GTA 6. It's all about Revenge of the Sith. But no, basically, Revenge of the Sith is the best one. So,
My favourite moment in Revenge of the Sith is when Yoda goes to confront Palpatine,
and he just
and his two soldiers turn, looking really angry, and he's just like, "Nah," flicks his hand, and they're both gone.
Yeah.
I love that.
Now, my favourite's the whole Mustafar scene, like from start to finish. Perfect. Yeah, can't get any better.
Mufasa.
Mustafar. Did I say Mufasa?
No.
Oh.
No, I said Mufasa.
Oh, I thought I said it. No, yeah, Mustafar was.
No, that's out in December.
Yeah, I don't dare watch the trailer for that.
Oh, it came off my TikTok. I just sat and watched it, but he didn't talk once. It was just a monkey talking the whole way through.
I'm not convinced it's going to be very good.
Do you reckon they've gotten James Earl Jones to do it?
Absolutely not.
Not.
Do you not think?
No.
Well.
Anyway, so we are going to cover Rogue One and Solo together.
Together, both.
As
Well,
in,
one
like-
thing I really like, and when it's following
Yeah, we can,
It's
we can
fine.
use that. Do you think these films were needed?
Solo, no. Rogue One, yes.
See, Rogue One was good because it was,
a war story.
and it was, yeah.
And
For
it
Star
literally,
Wars, it's literally,
it
war.
ends as New Hope starts,
Yeah.
that's what I love
which is
about it.
perfect.
Especially when you do a fan edit of it.
Yeah. It really, for much of our Star Wars, it's like all fan. It really captured the war aspect very well. It's very bleak. And it's not very hopeful. It's apart from the endings, like because you know
I mean,
everything's
the
gonna
good
happen.
guys technically lose.
It is. It's literally. It is a suicide mission. It technically is a
Yeah.
suicide mission,
I
and they
still
treat it as a suicide mission.
I still think at the end of shut up. I still think at the end of Rogue One, when you see Carrie Fisher, and they said, "Oh, what's that?" and she just says hope. I still think she should have said a new hope,
Yeah.
just because it's
That
kind
would
of
be
like,
cool.
oh, title.
But even Darth Vader, though, that hallway scene,
Oh, the whole way. It's so brutal.
it's so good.
It's the first time we actually see a proper representation of how powerful Vader is.
I remember seeing Rogue One in the cinema, and it just all went black.
Yeah.
Obviously, the screen like goes into the door where he opens it, and you see the lightsaber turn on. You see the Darth Vader silhouette, and you sit there and you think, "Fuck, he's coming."
Yeah. I saw Rogue One on IMAX laser when it first came out. Oh my god, that scene was so loud.
Rogue
You
One,
know that that scene is the only thing that they've ever had to reshoot
Yeah.
for Star Wars because it was too much.
Yeah.
They had to
Oh, I
do
could
it
tell they
because
were-
they were like, yeah, that's going to be R-rated if you release that in America. And the chance are it would have been a 15 or an 18 over here just because of how brutal
she
that
seemed like
scene
chopped
actually
someone
was.
off. It's like brilliant. Oh, it's amazing.
I'd love to see the original footage, but
Yeah.
there's no way they'd ever release that. I don't think.
No, definitely not.
But like they had the right idea with it.
Yeah, it was the
So
first
good.
time like Vader's strength was truly like
Yeah.
captured because there's only so much you can do in like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But now you can do Vader properly, and it's like, just seeing how brutal and it's like effortlessly he wants to kill them guys.
And it wasn't just him with his lightsaber as well. He was like
No,
forcing.
He was
Forcing
just sat there
all
with
over
one
the place and
hand.
stuff
Oh,
like
it
that
was
as
great.
well.
Oh,
It's
so
just,
good.
yeah, it's what Vader does, and it's good to see it done.
And then,
properly.
like, when they escaped, like, when the rebels escaped, like, when they got given the code, and Vader's just stood there, like, watching the ship go, and he's just stood there, like, yeah, gonna get you, little bastards.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you in the
It's
sequel.
like, and as soon as you saw him, he was like, oh, they're dead.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah,
mate, they're gone.
it's not
mate.
like because you know Vader's like lives on. It's like, oh, they're just done. It's dead. Literally, as soon as you see Vader,
But again, I
Like,
think it's the
in-
perfect transition.
like
from,
in description of in one of the games, it literally said like little is known about him because everything he's involved in, everyone's just dead. Like, just no one knows anything. As soon as it seems, you might as well just like.
Maniac.
I think the end of Rogue One is quite sad. It's probably one of the. It's probably.
Oh, it's really sad, yeah.
Is the only Star Wars film that's ever made me cry.
The thing is, you like, because all of these people, like Andor, Jyn Erso, they're all like criminals, and they're like, no, they're like
Yeah, and
rebels now.
It does show the Rebel Alliance and not like a so like, oh, we're good guys. It does show like the darker side of wars for both parties. It's like they got information from the informant and they killed the informant. It's like harsh, but yes.
Orson Krennic as well, by what's it? Is it Ben?
Ben-Hur.
No, I can't remember the actor's name.
60s, man.
But
Yeah, let's see that terrible remake.
no, Orson Krennic as well was quite good. I liked him.
Oh, what? Ben Mendelsohn.
Is it Mendelsohn?
Something like that.
Mendelsohn?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ben something.
Ben something.
Mendel something.
He's such a bellend.
He's such a bellend.
He played. Yeah, I think I've seen Captain Marvel is the only thing I've seen him in where he doesn't play a bad guy or a complete bellend.
Yeah. He's good at playing it though. That's the thing.
Yeah, makes me wonder what he's like off camera.
But they digitally did obviously Carrie Fisher, and they did Peter Cushing as well.
Yes, they did. Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Cushing was
Yeah.
the surprise of that.
But they did it really well.
Because isn't Peter Cushing dead now?
Peter
Yeah.
Cushing's been
He
dead
was
for a
dead
very
at the
long
time.
time.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I hear they're doing that with Alien Romulus as well. They're putting Ian Holm in there, and I'm just like, but why? Just do a different kind of robot. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do, but I don't know if I agree with them doing that.
Well, obviously, like they wouldn't do it if, like, I assume they get permission from the families. Obviously, I wouldn't assume.
Yeah.
they
I
just,
hope so.
Yeah, they wouldn't just do it like that. But like they did it. They did it so well.
Yeah.
Rogue One's actually a better film than I made it out to be, but
Yeah,
Rogue One's sick.
Rogue One's probably one of my top Star Wars films.
Do we bother talking about Solo or
Maybe a bit.
I like the Parcel Run,
Yeah.
Castle Run?
or whatever you call it. What would you call it?
It's cool to see it actually represented because we've heard so much about it in all these years and then seeing it. Well, not
The
all these
Castle.
years. This.
The Kessel
The
Run.
Castle Run.
Yeah.
Parsecs. That's
Par-
what it's called, isn't it?
He did the Castle Run in 12 parsecs.
Parsecs. What the fuck is a parsec?
It's like.
Is that like
It's a space thing.
a speed limit kind of thing?
I have no idea.
No, I see a Star Wars fan doesn't know what parsec.
In fairness,
That's
it
what
was
I play
like-
for Fed when he gets to.
First brought up in Force Awakens, wasn't it? I can't remember it being mentioned in.
Castle Run in 12 parsecs. No, he did it. No, what? No.
Well, no, was it
Mentions it
mentioned
in
in
the
In A New Hope.
Yeah, it mentions it in a New Hope.
When they're sat in there, he said, I did the
Oh,
Castle Run in
yes,
12
he
parsecs.
did.
When he first meets Obi-Wan
Yeah,
and
yeah, he did, yeah.
Luke, yeah.
Yeah, because then she brings it up again in the Force Awakens.
Yeah, that's why I thought Force
And
Awakens.
she says 14, and he's like
Yeah,
12.
14 parsecs.
That's the moment in the film where the guys from the raid show up as well.
Yes.
We can move
Tell you
on.
what, it was cool to see Darth Maul.
Yeah, but they've done fuck all with it since then.
No, it was literally just there for being a. It makes no sense if you haven't watched Clone Wars, which is very funny.
I like Woody
Yeah,
Harrelson.
it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, if you watch Clone Wars, it makes sense because he's in Clone Wars. And it was
Yeah, but how? Because he's cut in half in the first one. So
Yeah,
how's
but
he
they
still
explain
alive?
it a lot.
they
in
they,
Clone
they
Wars.
they explain in a lot of detail. He's alive for a reason.
And do you know what kept him alive?
Hope.
No, his hatred for Obi-Wan
Yeah, it's like
kept him alive.
his pure hatred for him just like kept him going.
Even with no legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I've seen so many Star Wars films where you see someone fall down a long thing like he does, and they're still alive. You know, Palpatine being one of them.
Oh, Palpatine was
And,
fine.
Obviously, Luke in Episode 5, Luke falls down one of them as well.
Yeah.
But I think the way they show it with Empire was a good idea, because then you kind of know how the others get away with it as well. But
We're trying to
Yeah.
still work out if Mace Windu's still alive.
I
You reckon?
He did get blasted.
Do you know one of his conditions, one of Samuel L. Jackson's
Was the
conditions to be in
purple
the film was to
lightsaber.
have a purple lightsaber, and he wanted an epic death.
It's pretty epic.
It was quite good, to be fair.
Yeah, it was. I did find it quite sad that they killed off pretty much all of the main characters at the end of Rogue One, but
That's the point. It's a
I
suicide.
guess it's just a side story anyway, isn't it?
And it is a
Not in any
suicide
other
mission,
side.
and I was happy they treated it like a suicide mission.
Okay then, so we've kind of covered favourite parts and bits they could have done without with those two. Like you could have done without most of the Solo movie.
I like,
Do you-
I like
did you
Woody
like-
Harrelson's character though.
Did you like the idea of them recasting Solo?
Well,
I
it
mean,
had
not
to.
that Harrison Ford would have done it, but
I don't know.
because I think that was one of the public's biggest problems that it wasn't Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
playing.
but then
He
again,
did an okay job. There's not.
I mean, like I know they like de-aged Harrison Ford for like Indy, but it's literally like for a 20-minute segment. They basically wanted to de-age him for an entire film.
I don't think that's why he didn't want to do it though.
I don't blame him for not wanting to do it.
Harrison Ford, whenever you hear him in interviews about Star Wars, he always seems to not
She was very
care,
half-assed.
doesn't like it.
Yeah.
He's like, why? To be fair, I understand. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to define his
people always
career.
want to talk about the same thing.
Mm.
Like, I've seen that side interview where they ask him about who shot first in episode 4, and his response literally is, "I do not care."
Well, I heard that when he got killed off in Force Awakens, I got asked to bring back for Rise of Skywalker. He was like, "Yeah, bring me back." Like he was well happy to do it, and I was
I
like,
mean-
"Well, if you hate the franchise that much, why would
I
you?"
think it's not because I think he defined his career, and he's done a lot in his career. He's done some great stuff, but he's done Han Solo's like nice, but like he's done other stuff.
Yeah.
Get what I mean?
I do
He's
get
done more Indiana Jones than he has Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I suppose you can look at it both ways. If you put Harrison Ford with Indiana Jones, that's how you see him. But if you put him with Han Solo, that's how
Yeah.
you see him. Like, there's not like
But I get why he wouldn't.
Harrison
Yeah.
Jones,
Harrison Jones,
Yeah.
or even Hans Jones.
Hans Jones.
Harrison Jones, that's his name, isn't it? So, moving on to episode 4 then. Now, this is a special one.
A new hop.
Because we can make this a bit more personal now. So, how old were you when you were first introduced to Star Wars? Because I'm assuming you both saw episode 4 first.
Yeah.
See, I honestly can't remember.
Obviously, young.
I was probably young though.
I
How
don't.
did you both first react to it?
I
Was
liked
it
it.
like
Well,
the most amazing thing you'd ever seen, or
Yeah.
did you find it boring?
Oh, I thought it was great.
I loved it.
Because I tried introducing my nephew to Star Wars, and he didn't like it. I think we watched about 20 minutes, and then I turned it off because it's too old for him. Because he's too much of. I think these days, like kids these days, you show them the original Star Wars, and they'll be like, "That's too old." Like my niece and nephew won't watch anything that was made before the year 2000 unless it's a Christmas movie. But
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if that means that when they get older, they might go back to it and like it because they'll start to appreciate older stuff. But
something must have struck me because I still love Star Wars today. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it when I watched it.
yeah,
Can't remember how old I was, but I loved it.
you kind of avoided that question. But all right.
I don't remember how old I was.
no, I can't say I remember how.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing this time last week, so let alone
I think I was 12
See,
I was younger.
because I first saw A New Hope when it was re-released in the cinema in '97, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
we
I
weren't
mean, I
even we
liked it.
weren't even conceived.
No.
I liked it in '97, but so here there's an interesting one for you then. So the '97 releases. Have you guys seen the original '77 releases, or have you only seen
What?
the special
Special
editions where
editions.
George Lucas has gone back and added things into it and
So
cleaned stuff up and things like that?
what you're talking about the original like.
The original release,
The original
So,
releases
I think
before
I've seen
anything
the
was
original
changed.
Return of the Jedi. I think I've seen that, but I don't think I've seen any of the other ones.
Because like they added in Jabba the Hutt.
They added
Yeah.
in,
New Hope.
they added in Hayden Christensen, obviously to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I didn't think they needed to do that.
I think
No.
I've only seen the original Return of the Jedi. That's it.
And that was before Revenge of the Sith as well, so yeah.
Yeah.
There are parts of Return of the Jedi. Well, actually, there are parts of all three of them where the added bits do improve it and make it look better, especially like that thing that he drives, the orange thing that he drives. I don't know what it's called, a speeder?
Yeah.
Is it a
Land,
speeder?
land speeder.
Oh, okay, that was easy. They drive a speeder, and there's that moment where they drive through town and all this sort of thing, and there's loads of added bits in there that go well with it. And there was like this weird orange thing underneath the speeder in the old versions of the film, which is like all gone. So like some of the CGI has been improved upon as well. So
This one annoying that they didn't. You can't. It's not easy to watch the originals anymore. Like the original versions.
they're really hard to get as well.
Exactly. That's what annoys me. It's not the fact that he changed stuff. That's fair enough. It's his films. But I hate the fact that it's not easy access to watch the original versions.
I'm like pretty sure that somewhere in storage, my dad has like the original, like probably DVD version.
Yeah, I think you can only get them on DVD. To be fair,
when it like first came out, but however true that is, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I think I remember as I was younger seeing like the snap cases. Was that of like I think it was Return of the Jedi, but yeah.
well, when they first released the special editions on DVD, they came with both versions of the film, so you could put in the other disc and watch the original film if you wanted to. I've got them, but I haven't got them here. I think they're at my mum's house
No.
for some reason.
You have DVDs? Whoa.
I've got a few DVDs.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
there are some films you just can't get on Blu-ray or 4K, so I have to have them on DVD. So, what was your favourite part of episode 4? Is there anything you think they could have done without?
No, I don't think there's anything to do with that. I'm happy with everything.
Episode 4. Just trying to
You know what? My favourite moment is the Death Star assault. I just thought that was well exciting as a kid.
I would have liked the fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader to have been longer.
Yeah, but considering what they were using and considering how how flimsy it was, I understand why it was so restricting.
See, before I first saw episode 4, the only thing I knew about Star Wars was that they fought with swords that lit up. Like I called them light swords, I think, back in those days. So, does he get his light sword out, sort of thing. So when I was taken to see episode 4 in the cinema, that was like the thing I was looking forward to. And then the fight was over like 2 minutes later. Bloody hell. The fight was over like 2 minutes later, and I was just like,
yeah. I don't think there's anything in A New Hope.
Turn my plugs off, please.
Don't think there's anything in A New Hope they could have done without. But I think my favourite part. I've got so much. I think just the start. I love the start. Like it's the perfect entrance.
Yeah.
A bit like Revenge of the Sith, really. I think I'm pretty sure I said that about Revenge of the Sith, but
It's a pretty good opening. It sets the...
you just see like this tiny ship just trot along this like massive big ass one. Like it's like we're right behind you, bro.
Really sets the scale of the world. It's like, it's a cool little ship, and then also you just hear this behemoth that covers the entire screen.
Yeah, it's just such a cool. And then obviously like
The music.
the them breaking down the door and like just a shit ton of stormtroopers go running in, and then Darth Vader
Yeah.
Isn't there something about one of the stormtroopers runs into a doorway or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, when like when they're on the Death Star, the door opens and he hits his head on the door.
Yeah,
And then
and you go...
in the later versions, they like add a sound effect in as well.
Yeah, donk.
And there's the whole like who shot first.
Yeah, so in the original it was Han, but then like in the special editions, it looked like they shot at the same time, which is weird.
Yeah, but then they changed it again, didn't they?
They've changed it a lot of times.
Because on the 4K and on Disney Plus, there's like an extra line as well before they even start shooting each other.
Yeah, so they've changed that segment a lot.
He says something that's not subtitled because apparently it's swearing, which makes you think, why does he say it in the first place? But still, he says something that's an insult, but in his language, even though it's a language that they made up to start with. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, okay, it's like we're going to put some swearing in, but we're not going to tell you what it is, and we're going to put it in a different language. What you get away with in use these days.
New Hope was I mean for the time fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I've heard that from older people.
yeah. So
When they first saw Star Wars in the cinema on opening night and stuff like this.
So I actually remember like when I was younger, I asked my dad, I was like, when did this come out? He went, I don't know, 70 something. And I was like, fuck off, was that the 70s?
77,
Yeah,
yeah.
77. It's 3 years
As
apart.
if. It's amazing.
It was one of the first films to do stuff like that as well, wasn't it? Because this is before Blade Runner.
Yes. Yeah, because Alien was after Blade Runner. Alien was 79.
And it's like you know when it's like it's an old film, like you do see the mistakes of an odd wire pop up, or
Yeah, but
it's like I don't care. The film it's too good.
When it comes to like how visually how much it does, and for the time it does, like the little mistakes I sort of understand. I get it.
Yeah.
You know that the first Alien wouldn't exist. Well, the Alien franchise wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Star Wars.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because the idea of Alien had been shelved for so long.
Yeah.
And then when Star Wars did really well in the cinema, that was when they were like, all right, we'll do Alien.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
I like Alien.
I like Alien.
I like most of them. I don't really like Alien Resurrection, but who does? I prefer Prometheus and Alien Covenant over Alien Resurrection.
I think most people do.
So episode 5.
Yeah.
Did you know about the twist at the end of the film before you saw it the first time round?
Oh God. No, because I was super young.
I'd heard the line, but I didn't know where it was from.
I suppose not. I suppose no one really expected it, did they?
No.
Have you heard what?
It was meant to be Obi-Wan killed.
Have you heard like Mark Hamill? He was like, so I was the only person on set told that Darth Vader was Luke's father.
Yeah.
And they were like, George Lucas was like, I know it. Some other guy knows it.
He knew it. The director knew it, and he knew it.
And if it gets out, we know you told.
Yeah.
And he was like, why are you putting this all on me?
Yeah.
And then when they went to see the film, the line got told, and Harrison Ford said to Mark Hamill, "You didn't fucking tell me that." And he was like, "Well, I wasn't allowed to."
Yeah, no one knew except for them three.
And the added bits in that, I think I want to say Empire of the Sun. Empire Strikes Back. Out of the three of them, I think personally they benefit the most from the extra CGI, because the extra CGI makes Cloud City just look amazing, whereas Cloud City just looks really boring.
I really love Hoth. I love Hoth.
And the monster,
Yeah.
you know, the snow monster at the beginning.
The snow monster.
You don't, whatever you call him, a big bear or whatever he is. Oompa Loompa. Okay.
But
you don't. As far as I'm aware, you don't see him at all in the original, whereas you actually see it.
I think you see it like eating when Luke gets captured.
Not in the original. You don't. That's extra.
Oh wow.
You see him eating, and you see him approaching him. That's all extra.
Yeah.
They're all extra bits.
Never knew that.
See, we know what's get Ethan for his birthday.
the original.
The original Star Wars.
You're telling me you'd be willing to buy me a DVD?
It's surprised for them, yeah, because they're worth it as far as I'm concerned, because you can't get them anywhere else. If you could get them on Blu-ray, then I would get them for you on Blu-ray. But you can't.
No, I can't say I've seen.
They're the most expensive DVDs you'd buy. I'm pretty sure when I bought them, they were like £12 each. So yeah, Cloud City looks amazing.
The introduction of Lando as well. Lando's
Yeah.
cool. Billy D. Williams, I thought,
got him.
Another perfect casting as well. Lando, I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, I like it.
You got Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett as well. Whose
Yoda.
whose voice was changed.
I suppose, yeah, Yoda's introduced technically in this.
Yoda's first introduction.
Was the old
Good
bag.
old Miss Piggy.
And he's got like...
Piggy.
You not know that?
What?
The voice of Yoda is the same guy that does the voice of Miss Piggy.
Yeah, Frank does.
You not know that?
No, I didn't.
Next time you hear Yoda speak, you'll hear
I'm
Miss
literally
Piggy's
going to be
voice.
hearing Miss Piggy now.
You'll hear Miss Piggy's voice in there.
No way.
Wow, I can't believe you didn't know
That's
that.
brilliant.
Yeah,
It's only because he's like talks though. But he was talking really fast. You hear Miss Piggy more.
That's amazing. No, I didn't
It's
know
only
that.
because like Yoda's just a slower talker. Like
Maybe I'm not as big a Star Wars fan as I may take out to be.
you don't seem to know that.
Mate, I know. But to be fair, I've never been a fan of the Muppets. They scare the shit out of me. So I've never really been a fan of the Muppets. Don't laugh at me.
You
I'm not a big fan of them.
Mate, you were vibrating. No, they used to scare the shit out of me, right? Genuinely. And they still do.
See Kermit who screams.
Mate, Kermit was a thing.
Muppetophobia.
Muppet phobia.
Greg Gonzo shows up. He just jumps out a window.
It's like that sketch with Simon Pegg when he says he's scared of spoons.
Yeah.
Then someone walks in with a cup of tea and he just runs and jumps out the window.
But
Good at sidetracking, aren't we?
do you know, like, I think in Empire Strikes Back when Luke tells R2 to stay with the ship, and he doesn't listen and just follows Luke anyway. Oh, that was on Cloud City, I think, or I can't remember where it was. But the reason why R2 doesn't stay with the ship is because with Anakin on Mustafar, Anakin told R2 to stay with the ship, which he did, and Anakin never returned. So obviously it was the trust issue.
Yeah.
So it's quite cool. Like, you never really understood why he didn't obey, if to say, but now you know. And it's like, it's so cool. Like, you
It's as if they planned it all along.
Yeah.
Oh, you could definitely tell they were making something up when they were doing the first 3 films. Like, Luke and Leia stuff. Definitely was like, sisters? Brother, sister?
Yeah,
Sisters.
when they get to Return of the Jedi, you can tell that they didn't take into consideration some of the things that happened in the first couple of films.
Like at the last scene with Yoda and Empire, he says, yeah, there is another, but he doesn't really say like brother, sister. It's just like,
Doesn't she kiss him?
Yeah, when he gets
She's trying
injured
to
in
make
half.
Hans.
yeah. She kisses him.
Hans.
Hans.
He gets a cheek kiss in
Hans
New
Gruber.
Hope, and he gets a proper kiss in Empire.
Let's be glad that that's where it stayed.
Yes. apparently, there was a deleted scene when they were hinting at a sort of relationship between them. Obviously, deleted it. It's been deleted. It's
Obviously,
watching that
deleted
scene's
it.
a bit creepy knowing your brother sister.
Got a bit of dog tooth coming along there.
Empire Strikes Back, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Could you imagine? It's just going to be like stormtroopers walking around naked. They've just got the stormtrooper helmet on, and that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, just see that.
Okay, so episode 6 then. How do you guys feel about the Ewoks?
I don't know. It's just like
Because I know a lot of people.
it's an animal, isn't it?
it's like a jar drop of the 83. Literally, it's the same thing.
I think Return of the Jedi was the perfect ending, though.
Well, that was my next question. Do you think it was a good end to the trilogy?
Yeah, perfect.
All the story threads were closed off perfectly. I mean, obviously they made stuff up along the way, but it all worked out reasonably
Obviously,
well.
Darth Vader turning back.
Yeah, I mean,
But to be fair,
Can you stop answering my questions before I've asked them?
there's always like,
just asking if it was perfect and talk about the ending. So that's not the
as much as Darth Vader.
How do you feel about Darth Vader's redemption arc?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Brilliant. As obviously, as like Darth Vader's. Yeah, Darth Vader's always like, as much as he is a menacing little bugger,
Yeah.
that he's always been good. There's always been good in him.
Yeah, it's
but
just
like,
it was a bit difficult to get him back.
and it showed at the end.
Yeah.
I see what you just did.
I think Return of the Jedi is one of the ones where all the added bits are probably the most painful, except for maybe the pit with the tongue.
Yeah.
I want to say
Sarlacc.
Sarlacc, whatever you call it. There's the added tongue, which I thought looks good, except when you watch it in 4K and the CGI looks terrible, but it's still good.
There's also the bit in that little fight where I think Han Solo obviously hits Boba Fett's backpack and he flies away, but then you see Luke go to kick someone, but the kick doesn't connect. But the guy falls back anyway. It's like one of the little bloopers of the film. Goes to kick and the guy's here and the foot is here, so the end of the foot's here, and he falls back anyway. But you can see it in the film as like a little mistake. It's quite good actually.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Dark Knight. No, Dark Knight Rises. So the fight scene with Batman Black Cat, it's just some dumb dog. Literally a ways away from Batman. It's got. Oh. It's quite fun.
Where are we? Adam Driver. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong one.
I think he's a good actor.
Yeah. So, what's your favourite part of Return of the Jedi?
Vader's Redemption. It's very
What's your
satisfying.
favourite part of Empire Strikes Back?
I'm your father.
Oh, we didn't get this, did we?
Yeah, I realised I just skipped that bit.
Yeah, I'm your father.
Only father.
I'm your father.
No, you're not. You're my friend.
I think just the fight between Luke and Darth Vader.
Yeah,
in
just
general.
that whole segment. It's like it's such a no. It's like it's not like someone's constantly winning. It's like one of Luke wins one and Vader wins one.
Yeah.
It's like and then Vader just beats him outright.
I feel like the fight's a lot longer in Return of the Jedi as well.
Yeah, because it is longer because they keep cutting between that and the space fight and to fight down there makes it seem longer. But
One thing I'm annoyed that they didn't put in Return of the Jedi was Luke making his lightsaber. They'd shot it,
yeah, they cut it.
but they cut it, and I'm annoyed because he just turns up with a brand new lightsaber.
Yeah,
Obviously, he loses it in 5, which you expect him to get a new lightsaber, but they shot him making a new lightsaber and then they just completely scrapped it. But I'd wish that they'd left it in. They didn't. Would have just made like a really cool.
Yeah, because isn't the lightsaber that is attached to his hand that is cut off?
Yeah, so
Isn't that the lightsaber that Rey
Anakin's.
has?
yes.
Yeah. So that's Anakin's lightsaber, and then the one that Luke
That's
builds.
why Adam Driver wants it.
The one that Luke builds is a replica of Obi-Wan's, because Obi-Wan was his master, pretty much. So.
Yeah.
Master.
Yeah, Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I love the. I want to say pod race, but it's not. The little double motorbikes that they have in Return of the Jedi. That race.
Oh.
So it's not really a race; it's a
No,
chase.
it's a chase, but I get
I love that. I love that moment in the film. It's one of my favourite moments of Return of the Jedi.
What an Endor, the bikes.
When Luke and Leia are sharing.
Yeah.
Because they're still in love at that point. Because he doesn't know she's his sister.
Oh, what?
Pretty sure.
Chase?
I'm pretty sure he does.
Why, the chase was in the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
he doesn't.
he doesn't find out until
it's just Leia
episode
that
3,
doesn't
does he?
Chase in the forest is in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but I didn't think he found out until after that.
No, he found out.
It's just Leia that doesn't know.
It's Leia.
So he's quite happy for her to still snuggle up to him because she doesn't know.
No. He tells her
He's
like,
like, "Go on,
pretty
go
much
make the
that
most of
evening.
this."
He pretty tells
Yeah,
her
that
pretty much
evening
that
tells her.
night. When they're like camping with the Ewoks.
You know what is a good moment in episode 6, and they're characters that we haven't really mentioned, but C-3PO when he's telling the story
Oh
of
yeah.
how they got there to the Ewoks. I like that for some reason. It's always really funny, and he's got like loads of little sound effects and stuff.
Have we gone this long and not mentioned C-3PO? And
We haven't
R2-D2?
mentioned 3PO or R2-D2.
I think we've mentioned
him
R2-D2,
briefly
but-
earlier.
They're like the only characters to be in every Star Wars film,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is great.
The actor for C-3PO is the only actor to be in every single Star Wars film.
It's just clever, isn't it?
It's good.
Yeah, I think he's the only one. So I think R2D is different actors. And obviously Chewbacca's got different actors because it's had past.
What was that?
You reckon that was something different? That's really cool.
Because he passed. I was doing a tearful montage.
Montage.
Shit.
Anyway, yeah, but no, Revenge of the Sith. All right, sure. Let's go back to talk about that. No, Return of the Jedi was probably.
Going back to Revenge of the Sith, yeah.
Return of the Jedi was perfect. Nothing wrong with it. I can't say a scene that I liked more than another, and I can't. There's nothing in that film that you could do with that. So.
Yeah.
Except maybe the Ewoks.
And the Ewoks weren't exactly that bad.
No. And also it's the same with Jar Jar. You can't really write them out.
Yeah. They're just little mini Chewbaccas.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Are we talking about the Family Guy ones as well?
No.
Can't watched them.
I have actually.
Have you
so-
actually? Oh, well done. What's the
Yeah, because one of my favourite moments, it's one of the only Family Guy I think I like, is the Star Wars ones. And one of my favourite moments in the first one they did is when they get in the lift. And the lift music is playing Star Wars music. I thought that was quite funny.
Have you seen the Robot Chicken Star Wars one?
Oh, yeah, I've seen a few of those.
I don't know if I've seen all of them, but I've
Have you-
definitely seen some of them.
You've seen the one where Emperor Palpatine's going up the escalator,
Go fuck
and he's
yourself.
like, yeah,
Go
he's
fuck
like,
yourself.
my lord, go fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
And have you seen the one where he sat in the room and he's like, and he gets a call from Darth Vader, and he's like, you've got a call from
Darth
Darth Vader.
They blow it up.
What do you mean they blow it up? Robot Chicken's like sick. But like when Seth MacFarlane asked George Lucas, can we do a Family Guy version? And George was like, yes, fucking do it. Just do it. But, no, it's great.
Good, well, I feel we've got to the end of episode 7.
No, we're not discussing that yet. We're discussing that next episode.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we'll cover 7, 8 and 9 and maybe the Disney Plus bits in episode 8. Unless, of course, we have Ashley by then.
We'll try not and make episode 8 as bad as The Last Jedi, but if it is, we
It
apologise.
shouldn't be difficult, really, to be better than The Last
No.
Jedi, should it? I think we can do that quite
Should be
easily.
fair.
Our podcast episode is going to be better than that film.
If you did enjoy this episode, leave a like.
Yeah.
Because we appreciate, we love the feedback on how good we're doing or how
If you
poor
could
we're
watch the episode, would be good as well.
doing. Subscribe to
Get
the
those
channel.
views above 12.
Subscribe to the channel as well.
And look at Ethan's link as well.
Oh yes, Nathan's been very kind enough to leave a link to my TikTok in the description. I do film reviews, and I am going to try and promote the podcast as well. So,
My YouTube channel.
and his YouTube channel, but
And Harry's starting his own YouTube channel soon.
I am.
yes, it's called Harry's Hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
It's a catchy name.
Just going to talk about hemorrhoid cream.
Why did I mention hemorrhoids?
Anyway,
Oh, thanks for that. Nice little end there. Say goodbye, Harry.
Goodbye, Harry.
Say goodbye, Ethan.
goodbye, Ethan. Say
Say
goodbye,
goodbye,
Nathan.
Goodbye,
That's so
Tom.
good, isn't it?
Goodbye, Nathan. See you guys later.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.